Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. If you're new, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff there. Look, I didn't really want to talk about the team heading into next year because obviously the Warriors at the time, last, Saturday were in the thick of it. And I suppose for me, I wanted to sort of wait and see what happens, whether we'll make it through, etc., etc. We all know what's happened, so the dust has settled, and I just want to get straight into it. So, yeah, hit that intro. All right, guys, here we go. Rugby league's a funny thing. We all know I'm going to cut to the chase. Long story short, it's a business, and with business, it's always going to be forever revolving. Obviously, players coming in, coming out. We were told earlier this year that Tuivasa-Sheck had signed a deal for the Warriors, and obviously, despite being so focused on the season, we always had him in the back of our mind, and I suppose to a lot of us, despite the loss, we sort of look to a brighter year ahead, next year that is, because we have Tuivasa-Sheck returning. Now, with that, there is a dilemma, a good one, maybe. Obviously, Tuivasa-Sheck comes in, and that means the centre position is now a hot talking point for the Warriors, the Wars, if you will. Obviously this year we've become very accustomed to seeing Rocco Berry as well as Adam Pompey solidify their spots there on a week-to-week basis. And from that, I suppose, as fans, we've had a chance to see how they've played, and I'm sure make up our own evaluations on how we believe they've performed, whether that be good or bad, a detriment or a positive, output to the team. Tuivasa-Sheck comes in, and you're probably got to be saying to yourself, without a doubt, he slots right in, right? Like no ifs or buts. He slots right in, and after that, it's all basically about, who sort of gets the other spot, really. We all know that Tuivasa-Sheck coming into the squad means that it will have to be a centre position, despite some of us fans. I'm not going to say, you could probably circle me in there, or probably not. Probably not, I don't think so. But obviously a lot of us fans, are very insistent that Cenac, Chancellor Cookstad will keep the fullback spot. However, there's a minority as well that are saying that Tuivasa-Sheck should get the fullback spot. Now, the reality is, if Tuivasa-Sheck is to cover Cenac when Cenac is injured, that leaves the likes of Tuipiki out of the equation, right? Unfortunately for the 23, 24-year-old. However, in saying that, I don't know how Webber's going to deal with that, so I'll leave that out there, but I thought I'd throw that up. The second twist in the tail, so to speak, is obviously if Tuivasa-Sheck is going to solidify his spot in the center's position, then that means who's going to be fighting for the other center's position spot. Obviously, you've got the likes of Pompey, right? You've got the likes of Berry, but then you've also got the likes of Ali Leatawa, right? Leatawa, and we all know what he can produce. And to be fair with you, it's been, well, look, he hasn't played many games for us this season. I think he's only played one, if I'm not mistaken. And granted, it wasn't too bad of a showing. Again, it's just too hard to judge a player based on 1 to 2 games, right? I thought he played superb in that Raiders game. And then subsequently the week after, Berry was back when he was back from injury. So, it's where Webster is heading. Now, as fans, myself included, we've got to accept the decisions that Webby chooses for next season. But in saying that, I thought I'd bring this up because it is a valid point of discussion. The reality is where does Pompey, Berry, or Ali Leatawa, where do they fit? Where do they fit next year? And could even a dark horse be thrown? For example, Montoya perhaps moves there, and that wing spot becomes available. I'm not too sure, but it is a messy situation, and one that I think needs to be assessed because obviously the centre spot is very important. Now, I'm not here to talk about individual players and stuff. That'll be left on later for a season review, I'm sure. But the reality is, is we need better centres, right? Better centres, whether that be, two new centres or one new center, right? The point is we need new centers. And obviously RTS coming in as a breath of fresh air. We all know what he can produce or hope to produce because we haven't seen him play yet. And the reality is no matter the status he holds in the game of rugby league, the reality is, we don't know what he's going to be like until he laces up the boots for preseason. But one would imagine he fits in. So, yeah. Where do you sort of put him? Again, I haven't even spoke of Chanel Harris-Tavita, who's coming back in place of Sirinen. Bit quizzical about that one. I feel like Sirinen's been, unfortunately, harshly done here by the Warriors. Now, obviously, they know more than I do, but if you were to base Sirinen's last season with us as something to go by, geez, he was full of heart, wasn't he? Full of absolute heart. He was a good player to watch. And I really wish we can offer him a contract, but it's probably not going to be the case. But anyway, CHT comes back. Shanaris Tavita, where does he fit? Centers, is he a 5'8"? And then that's another conundrum, and that's another dilemma as well that I'll talk about as well. But you get what I mean. There's just a whole heap of puzzles to fix and talk about. And I haven't even spoke about the forward pack as well. One more random tangent, but I'll just quickly go there. But a forward pack as well. Now, granted, it's done well to put us through this far, but obviously when push comes to shove, the finals are a different beast, and obviously it's all good and well we beat the Knights, which is great, but we did get pummeled by the Panthers and the Broncos because our forward pack was not up to it. Now, what I'm trying to say, though, is, against a really good dominant pack, we have been outmuscled. I think it's quite clear and evident. So again, that's another conundrum, another bit piece of the puzzle. But anyway, I thought I'll throw that in there. I just gave you guys a little bit of my thoughts there, for better or for worse, I suppose. In saying that, though, that's me done for now. Give me your own thoughts. Yeah, that's it. But if RTS fits in one center position, then who gets the other one? Should I tell you my own opinion? Yeah, look, Rockaberry for days. Anyway, take it easy. See you guys next time. Up the was.